Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's Chris here with Chris Fish Room. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel and the start of an old but new build. So when it came down to my system previously, I neglected a whole lot of steps. I basically just winged everything and really didn't listen to what was being said or being, brought to my attention in the beginning. Now, I since had a come to Jesus meeting, if you will, with myself and with with my aquarium. I mean, what I'm showing you, the footage I'm showing you now was basically the leftover of 5 chromas, a powder blue, a couple of softies, and torch coral. And as you can see, I mean, this system has, like I said, has not been going for about a month, but a lot of that's going to change at this point. I mean, I'm going to reuse a lot of my plumbing. I'm going to reuse a lot of my equipment, and I'm going to get this system back up and going, here in the near future, because I really miss being in the hobby. So, we'll see. Now, as far as my sump, I basically just painted the bottom and the sides and the back of the sump black, just to kind of keep the light kind of channeled into the refugium. I do plan on adding a couple more dividers in there to, isolate the light. Now, this tank really measures 18 inches wide, 20 inches tall, and 48 inches long. Now, this tank by far is the largest I've ever dealt with. Now, when it came down to the equipment that I really had to upgrade, I started with my Overflow. The Eshopps 300 I'm pointing at just wasn't enough for the jebao DCT 4000. So I upgraded to the 1200 made by Eshopps, and hopefully this is going to give the turnover that I'm looking for. Also keep up with the demand for the return pump since it's so strong. Now, as far as my plumbing goes, I'm going to reuse the existing plumbing that I have already installed. I'm just going to add one more downspout from the Overflow down to the sump. Now, with my sump and my plumbing, I'm going to use a manifold to basically operate a calcium reactor, 2 media reactors, and in the near future, I'm going to add a UV sterilizer. So I added the other downspout from the Overflow, got everything tightened up, and basically that was it. That was all the plumbing that I really had to do at this point, and just because I utilized what I had before. But now it's time for me basically to see if I had any kind of leaks. So I filled the system up with tap water, and surprisingly, I didn't have any leaks in my manifold. I didn't have any leaks from the return pump going up to the main display. Although I did have a small leak coming from the hose leading up to the PVC plumbing, which I'm going to have to put a couple of zip ties. But if you look at the bubbles going through and the water flow going through those U-tubes from the display to the Overflow, I mean, that sun gun was really pushing out a whole lot of water. I mean, you can really see the flow at this point. I mean, it's pushing. I mean, pushing a lot of water. So at this point, I'm really now having to get ready to try to dial this in. But it's going to be hard for me to try to dial this in because I don't have any gate valves at this point, which I do plan on ordering here in the near future. So at this point, now I'm just basically looking at what else I had to go and fix, which I had a leak right there, which just sucked. But, hey, it is what it is at this point. You know, got water in the system, tap water. But hey, we on our way. So swing back through next week when I drop this video about my aquascape and basically show you how I got this creation that I don't even know how I came up with it. But all I know is it took me 3 dang days to do this. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's awesome. A lot of people on Instagram think it was, you know, pretty good. So, you know, shout out to the people that follow me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, look me up. I'll put a description in the link below. But as always, man, like, comment, subscribe, and y'all take it easy. Thank you for your time. Peace.